Hi everyone, I'm here at NVIDIA GTC, meeting people as they're walking around and asking them a few questions about AI. I happen to meet James and Adam, who are the co-founders of Amplibotics AI. In 20 seconds, James, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So we're doing foundational AI for robotics, and we're targeting the industrial space of robots that are actually making real money.
So you make hardware or you make software?
Yeah, so we're in the robotics space, but we're trying to be as much of a SaaS company as possible, but there's still a little bit of hardware. So we have a light hardware product we're calling the Amplibotics box. And so this is just a peripheral device that goes on the shoulder of a robotic arm, like an industrial robotic arm.
Okay.
It has a camera in it, and you scan a QR code, and it's a ChatGPT interface. So you're basically prompting a robot to do something complicated, like, hey, put all these boxes on a pallet. Hey, take my part out of a machine. You're not spending 6 months programming the robot and then having it fail.
So people are using natural language to control the robot, and they can control any peripheral on it or any sensor?
Right, yeah, so we can connect different peripherals, and you can, there's a lot of off-the-shelf stuff, so like grippers, suction, all that stuff, and that comes with it. AI is hard, and especially hard to get 99.99% confidence that it will work. We have a bank of human pilots that are controlling the robots, and so you're guaranteed that they'll understand the text prompt. What they're doing is they're actually building up the mapping between that natural language and the complex motion of the task.
So you decided to use natural language instead of a code or an API. What drove that choice?
So I've been in robotics for the last decade, and robots are hard. Customers think, oh, hey, it's really easy for a robot to plug in a wire or tie a shoelace, or there's a lot of things that are intuitive for humans, but impossible for robots.
My son needs a robot who ties shoelaces. That would be great.
And so that was a really big pain point for us. It's oh, this is so hard, and people's perception of what is hard and what is easy is way off. But that has all changed with all this AI stuff.
Tying a shoelace is possible. Those fine, dexterous tasks that only a person could do before.
And now we're all going to forget how to tie shoelaces for the robots.
So you're head of AI. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've been excited to see in this conference?
Yes, this has been amazing to see everything that's here from NVIDIA, from others. We've been looking at the space for a long time, taking a lot of the fundamental technologies and looking at how transformers and all the deep tech behind LLMs can be translated into physical action. And so what's really, really exciting is the same way that you can treat tokens from words as input and output, you can with visual observations and physical actions.
Oh, wow.
So we are able to take all the best of what all the brightest people are doing in developing this new type of physical AI, and we are able to bring it, as James said, to the traditional industrial environments.
Great.
Right now, that interface does not exist. There's a lot of models being shown off that are really great for research, do really great demos, get a lot of hype, but we care deeply about making it useful and practical day one for money-making tasks.
The keynote yesterday, did anything stand out, and just in general, not just specifically for you all, but in general for engineers that you think is exciting?
I think NVIDIA's commitment to open source and with a lot of these tools is really awesome. That changes the whole development workflow for a lot of us, and that's probably the biggest surprise and positive takeaway I had.
Do you use any of those open source libraries regularly?
Absolutely. We plan to use a lot of the tools. Low-level robot control through to simulation, even the generative models that they're developing and the frameworks for testing and validating and deploying those, we can leverage.
That's fantastic. Any general thoughts about where AI is going and what you're excited to see come out of this generation of AI engineers?
Yeah, I mean, I think something that's obvious to everyone is the world is changing faster than it ever has been. You see this with ChatGPT, that was a big impact in the world, and that's just outputting text. But once we're starting to control robots with this stuff, I mean, labor, everything that's physical is now really easy, and that's going to be a really rapid change.
Well, Adam, James, it was very nice meeting both of you. Excited to see what happens next with Amplibotics, and thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.